Hey, my loves, it's your girl, Miss Meta XX here. Okay, my loves, I want to talk about the fact that for me, there are so many people who are deciding or trying to decide what is right for trans people and trans kids. And for me, how can you decide what's right for somebody else and you shouldn't even be in the equation? What I mean by is this. I get tired of people always telling people what other people should do and what they should not do. And they're not, in that category. It's just like, for example, I'm a black trans woman. And when I talk to some of my black trans sisters, we talk about the issues we go through. But for me, one of my white trans sisters, and I have plenty of white trans sisters I love, how can they tell me what it's like to be a black trans woman? Now, can they tell me what it's like to be a trans woman? Yes, they can. And we can relate on those situations. But they can't tell me how to be a black trans woman because that's not who they are. But it's who I am. So for me, there are so many people out there making, trying to make decisions for trans women, trans kids, trans people, non-binary people. And these people aren't even trans, aren't even non-binary. Some of them don't even have relatives who are trans, but yet you're allowed to make decisions that affect trans people. Y'all know what I'm going to say. Make that make sense. Like, really, make that make sense. Because I just do not get it. It's the same as when certain people tell black women what they should do and why they should act this way or how they should act this way, but you're not a black woman. So you don't know what it's like to live the life that a black woman lives. So how can you tell a trans person who they should be, how they should live their lives, and you're not trans? So why don't we find a solution to this? And you know what the solution to it is? Start talking to trans people. Start acknowledging trans people's struggles and not just say that they have a mental illness because you don't agree with who they are. Because you're not trans. So how are you going to agree with it? How are you going to understand? I am a firm believer in, researching and gaining knowledge. It is so important. But a lot of great knowledge comes from people who have experienced that. So you want to know about trans people and trans issues? Talk to a trans person. Talk to a trans person. Let trans people in.